That's Palm here. I'm doing this video for a brother that I had a conversation with within the last day or so. And this brother was really stressed out because he's been working on the same sorceress goal, and he gave me this large trail of magical workings that he has done to achieve the same sorceress goals. And guys, this told me two things, and it's a problem that's prevalent within the occult community, especially when it comes to newcomers who get discouraged in regard to results. But he gave me this large trail of magical rites that he did to achieve one sorceress objective, which really broke down into like maybe four or five or six. And so I want to take this video to kind of capitalize on that weakness, which I find as prevalent today within the occult world. And this weakness deals with not the weakness of the individual, okay? It deals with a weak link in the chain in regard to the process of sorcerer's action. And that weak link is desire. Now, there are many people within the occult community now talking about the importance of non-attachment. I've seen it thrown all over the place, but you know, I can only think of one author who is speaking about this, and that is E.A. Coetting. And there's so many haters in regards to this guy, it's pathetic. And what I found is most of these haters are ex-fans. They're just mad because he's being marketed the way he is, even though he has nothing to do with that. But regardless, E.A. Coetting talks about the importance of non-attachment, or what he calls detachment. But there's one thing that is ineffective about speaking in regards to non-attachment, and that is speaking about non-attachment. In other words, if I tell you don't see pink elephants, 80% of you probably just caught a vision of pink elephants. So we have to kind of look outside of the box and think about how we can apply non-attachment into our sorcerer's practice. How do we begin to exercise this concept? Because if I willfully try to detach from something, I am only acknowledging the attachment even more, if that makes sense. So, what I am here to say is that it has nothing to do with non-attachment. It has nothing to do with detachment, folks. It has everything to do with practicing contentment in the eternal now. You have to be content right now. And I know that doesn't make sense because, when you think about it, when you have this pile of needs and desires, it is so hard to be content. And I agree. Um, However, when you put it into practice over time, on a consistent basis, it will start to synergistically work with your sorcerer's efforts. Let me give you an example. You're unemployed. You do a rite this evening in order to obtain gainful employment. Okay? Now, if you wake up tomorrow and you stand up and you take a piss and you're thankful that you can stand up and take a piss, if after you take a piss, your son cries out for you because he needs his diaper changed, and you are thankful for that. If after you change your son's diaper, you have to feed him, and you are thankful that you are able to feed him, and on and on and on and on and on throughout your day, it's going to be a lot harder to remember the right that you did yesterday, which is basically going to allow that right to manifest. I did a series in the past called Let's Make Our Magic Work, eh? And in that video, I talked about how if the desire is trapped in here, it is not free to manifest outward. If you practice contentment, if you practice being thankful in the moment, day by day, and you continue to integrate your sorceress practices, your sorcery is much more likely to manifest. It will manifest. However, if you are practicing sorcery and you continue to focus on what you do not have, your efforts are futile. So let's get past the smoke and mirrors and let's talk about applying non attachment and how we do it. The secret to applying non attachment has everything to do with not applying non attachment and everything to do with thankfulness and contentment. You need to look at your sorcerer's goals as nothing more than opportunities to fulfill your human potential. But in regard to your needs, you must be thankful for what you have. And ironically, the more you practice this, the less sorcerous goals you will have. And the more you will focus on serving your brothers and your sisters, the more you will focus on serving the people who can't help themselves within this world, the more you will focus on empowering others. And this is the beauty and glory of sorcery and magic. Spreading the knowledge, spreading the power, spreading the wisdom, loving each other, making a difference in the world, and being thankful for that which we do have. I love you folks. Devour, destroy, become, or be crushed. Banam I Aharman.